It has been a minute since I did a hair video, I think at least a few years. And since a few of you have been asking some hair questions, I decided this next video, we are going to answer those questions. However, I do have all of the information because I'm not going to go into full detail. I'm going to have a link to the My Faith and Fro mini ebook that you can just purchase for like $10, and that has all of the details. I also have some older hair videos. I wouldn't so much recommend them because there are certain things, most of the things I still do, but there are certain things that I have changed. So I would recommend getting the ebook. Okay, so for those of you who have been either following my journey for the past few years, you would know 2 years ago, I went to a hair salon, was supposed to get a trim. My hair had reached a significant length, down my back. And I went in to get a trim and got about 13 inches of my hair cut off. There was, I'm guessing, a very huge misunderstanding. Not I'm guessing, there was a very huge misunderstanding. Either way, I remember feeling very, of course, distraught over the whole situation. But I do have to recognize that my hair at that time was not in the healthiest state. There were certain things that I was doing that was just not at all healthy. Anyway, so over those 2 years, these 2 years, there are some things that I have been doing differently. I actually got used to my shorter hair, and then the other day I put mini twists in my hair that I had not put in for at least 2 or 3 years, and I realized how long my hair actually grew because I started to prioritize just the health of my hair rather over the length of my hair, and those two things are very, very different. You could have health and not have length, or you could have length and not have the health. And so I started to focus more on the health of my hair. So my hair has gone to a state where I have a better understanding of it. It is much more manageable. Yeah, so just a few questions that I want to answer. So first is the most common hair question when it comes to natural hair, which is, what is your routine? And before I answer that, I noticed that there has been a huge shift over the past few years in the natural hair community. You have had a lot of women who just become very disillusioned with the whole community, and it feels like just going natural, there were so many do's and don'ts, and you end up spending so much more money on products, and it just still wasn't, so a lot of people started to get tired with just this natural hair movement and the craze of it. And I definitely can understand why. But even after all of that has died down, just the basics still remain, which is keeping your hair clean, keeping your hair moisturized, and low manipulation. That is basically the routine. I always used to think when I was younger, or when I had shorter hair and hair that was not so manageable, I always thought, when I have long hair, I'm going to do this with my hair, I'm going to do this with my hair, and this. I don't do any of the things that I thought I would have done with my hair. I just keep my hair twisted, and for some special occasion or to go to church or something like that, I let it loose and have a twist out. This is a very old twist out. My hair actually needs to wash. My hair does not look great right now. Yeah, so this is a twist out, but my routine is washing, making sure that you cleanse your hair. I put a conditioner in there, and actually, before washing your hair, detangling. The hardest and most important part of that whole routine is making sure that you detangle your hair before you wash it. That was one mistake that I did a lot, that made my hair get to a situation where it was 2 years ago. So I detangle my hair, and then I wash it, condition, moisturize it, and for moisturizing, I put aloe vera juice in a spray bottle. I have castor oil, section off my hair, spritz with aloe vera juice, castor oil, put that in, rub that on my hair, and I twist it up, and that's it. And I'm good I leave those in for 2 weeks. Ideally, in my perfect world, I would love to wash my hair every 2 weeks. That's just not the world that I live in yet. And so right now, and I would not recommend it, but right now, real life is that I wash my hair every 4 weeks. 2 weeks is perfect. that's great. 3 weeks is like really good, and that's what I'm aiming for. But 4 weeks is realistic for me because of how long it takes, and because my hair also stays very moisturized. Like right now, it's been 4 weeks and my hair is pretty moisturized and tangled as well. What products do I use? I use a regular shampoo from Shea Moisture. I use the conditioner from Shea Moisture, and that's it. And I just use aloe vera juice and castor oil and coconut oil in my hair. That is literally all the products that I use. I literally just bought last week a new product from Strands of Faith because I wanted to support what her ministry is all about, what her work and her business and her ministry is all about. But I also just wanted to check out the products. I never ever buy new products that's just being promoted, but this one I wanted to check out, and I still don't know. It's still in my closet because I haven't washed my hair yet. So whenever I do use it, I will let you know, for those who are curious. How much time does it take to twist my hair? After I wash it, if I'm doing sort of big medium-sized twists, and if I'm focused on not spending time and scrolling and on my phone, it will take me 6 hours. But I did mini twist the other day and it took me 8 hours to do that. It takes me 30 minutes, I would say, to wash my hair. It takes me maybe 3 hours. It will probably take me 3 or 4 hours to detangle this properly before I wash it. I wash it in big braids. That will take 30 minutes. And then I take another probably an hour to put the conditioner through and really detangle that again, rinse that out, and then 6 hours to twist it up. Now, I would think that by now we're no longer having the debate in regard to can Black women grow their hair, but I think some people still need to be reminded, no, you do not need special genes to grow your hair. No, I am not mixed. I've had that question before. I am not at all. I do not have any special hair growth gene, if that even existed. Well, I'm sure that genetics play a part in, of course, the rate that people's hair grow, but on average, hair grows about a quarter of an inch or so every month. And it's just about retaining that length of hair. Most of us struggle with retaining length because our hair is so prone to breakage and we're not careful with it. And we manipulate it so much, and so we're not retaining a lot of that length. I have not always had the length or the health of hair that I've had, and I just realized it's with a really simple routine and low manipulation that you can just maintain your hair length. My hair texture is the hardest and the curliest, the tightest and the coiliest of textures out there. Some scales or some charts would call it 4C. That's my hair, 4C. Some people don't believe me when I say 4C, but I have 4C here. It has gotten softer over the years, especially these past 2 years since I started using aloe vera juice. I've noticed that my hair is much more softer, much more manageable. And when your hair stays moisturized, it doesn't have that crunchy feel that it used to have before. But my hair is definitely 4C. Did you always have long hair? No, absolutely not. My hair was breaking all the time. My hair was short. Not that short hair is a problem. It's not a problem at all, actually, but it just was not growing, even though I had been natural for a very long time. The biggest hair challenge that I have, you would notice that when I have my hair out one side, and I can never tell which side it is until I'm like looking at a video of myself and editing, but one side of my hair you'll notice is a little bit thicker than the other side, and I think it's the left side that's a little bit thicker than the right side. Anyway, one side is like really small and the other is thick a bit, and there are a number of reasons for that, and I think one of those are whichever side seems smaller. When I started to get really frustrated with my hair, a lot of it just got ripped out, and now I'm just left with this, and it's like, we don't live in a perfect world, and that's totally fine. The second challenge that I have with my hair, for some reason, just the front part of my scalp, I get dandruff and it gets really itchy. The rest of my hair is fine, but just right here tends to get really flaky I have no idea why. If you have a theory, I'll be happy to hear it. But what's the Faith and Fro connection? Why do I call it My Faith and Fro? Even with the ebook, why is it called My Faith and Fro? Because I believe that the same principles that are in the Bible to grow our faith are the same principles that we can apply to grow our hair or to grow in any other aspect of our life. So to grow your faith, you need time. You need to put in time to spend with the Lord Jesus, to be in the Word. Same with your hair. For us, especially as Black women, we are either going to spend time or money on our hair. One way or the other. You have to choose time or money. Right? So either you're going to spend a lot of time to maintain your natural hair. It's going to take time to wash it. It's going to take time to twist it up. It's going to take time to detangle it properly and carefully. It's going to take time. Or if you don't want to deal with that, if you don't have the time, you're going to spend money. You're going to spend money at a hair salon for someone to do it for you. You're going to spend money for someone to put braids in your hair. You're going to spend money on products. Either way, you're going to spend one of those time. And when it comes to our faith, we can't purchase it, but we're going to have to spend time with the Lord. And in a world where we're always so busy with 1,000,001 things, we get so busy that we can't even spend time with the Lord. And if you're too busy to pray, you're doing a few things that the Lord did not ask you to do. I don't remember where that quote was from, but that's something that a lot of us need to remember. There's a quote also in the book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, by John Mark Comer. And he quoted Corrie ten Boom, who said, "If the devil can't make you sin, he will make you busy, because sin and busyness accomplish the same thing. They will cut your connection off with God and distance you from him." And so a lot of us are too busy doing things that are good, right? But if you are so busy that you don't have time to be with the Lord every day, you do not have time to read the Bible, you need to check a few things off your list. So we need to spend time with the Lord to grow our faith. We need to spend time in our hair. We need water. Your hair needs to be hydrated. Jesus Christ represents the living water. Your hair needs that moisturizing or that oil, right? And oil in the Bible represents the Holy Spirit. You need to be consistent. You can't be on it one day and off the other, and on one time and off the other time. You need to be consistent on it. I remember someone messaged me asking for hair tips, or I think it was like some mask that I was using in my hair at the time. I gave the ingredients for the mask, and the person messaged me, I think it was about a month later, saying that she didn't see any results. It had been about a month and something like that. It takes time, and I know what that feels like, because right now I'm on a skin journey trying to figure out what's going on with my, not trying to figure out what's going on with my skin. I know what's going on with my skin, but I'm trying to take care of my skin and be more intentional with it. And I just started applying like castor oil and stuff on my skin, and then like a day later I'm looking to see if my acne marks have gone away. So I know what that feels like, because I still do it, even though I know it's going to take a very long time for me to see proper improvement on my skin. So it takes consistency. You have to be dedicated to it. I go into the full detail of explaining that faith and fro connection that of course you can apply in every aspect of your life in the ebook. But I know that each of us, our hair journey is going to be completely different, and the very same things that work for one person will not automatically work for another person. So you just have to figure out what is it that works for you. I know what it is like for us to go through that awkward phase with our hair where the length is just not where we would want it to be. I feel like I'm eating my words so much, and that's usually because, honestly, it's because I'm thinking of so many things that I want to do this evening, and I'm trying to rush through everything. And so my brain is going faster than I can speak. That's what's happening. So I need to calm down and ask the Lord for help. As I was saying, I understand what it is like for your hair to not be at the length that you would like it, or for it not to have the health that you would like it, or for you to be looking for styles that are just age appropriate. You don't want to look like you're 12 again when you put twists in your hair, and you're just trying to figure out what works best. It's going to be a journey, And even after I started my natural hair journey, like really started paying attention to my natural hair, which was in 2009, 2010, really, I still haven't figured out. So it's been 14 years. There's still something new to figure out. So you never get to a point where it's like, okay, my hair is just absolutely perfect and I don't need to do anything else. It's a journey. It's a continuous journey. Be grateful for where you are in that journey, and really just take it one day at a time, and just give your hair time to adjust to whatever new routine you have, or to whichever new product that you just purchased. And remember that you can't just look at someone's hair and just think there's this one magic potion that she's using in her hair that just causes her hair to grow. And once you just find that magic potion, you can just buy it, put it on your scalp, and you'll just have long hair. No, it's a journey, it's a process. And usually it doesn't start with your hair. You also have to look at your life holistically. Are you staying hydrated? Are you eating properly? Are you resting? Are you stressed out? Stress will show itself out in your hair. For mamas who just gave birth, your hair is going to do some wild things. Not everyone, but for a lot of women, you have the postpartum shedding, and your body just goes through different things, and it tends to show itself in your hair. Be patient with that, and just realize you're in one chapter and you just have to go through it. Be patient, and bring your hair issues before the Lord in prayer. I hope this was an encouragement to you. I am always willing to share hair stories and hair tips, but really it is, I promise you, very simple. It's just sticking with it. No particular special product that's out there. Wash, condition, moisturize, twist, repeat. That's it, really. And aloe vera juice. That has been one thing that's been really working the past few years. So check out the links in the description, and see you in the next video.